Hello children, good morning all of you. This is your new book Spectra. There are in 3 subjects: computer, GK, art and activity. Let's start your computer section. This is your computer section. Turn your page. This is your lesson first, page number first. Lesson 1, name is computer concepts. Computer are based on some raw material and information. Computer says, hello friend, welcome to your new class. In your previous class you haven't learned about computer. In this class we go further and learn more about computer, and they are used before going into details and revise some important terms. Some terms are like input. Main computer is work perform input, process and output. What do you mean that input? Input is a raw data give to the computer using an input device such as keyboard and mouse and scanner. कंप्यूटर के अंदर हम किसके थ्रू इनपुट कर सकते हैं? कीबोर्ड, माउस और स्कैनर. सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल है, जस्ट लाइक you put on some fruits into the juicer to make a juice. Similarly, user put on some data, some inputs in a computer get two outputs. Okay. Next is process. What do you mean that process? Data is manipulated to generate information by performing of calculating. Use that process. That is process. Example is CPU. CPU full name is Central Processor Units. Do you know what is full name is? Okay, full name is Central Processor Unit. The processing of the fruit in a juicer. Next is output. Output, it means simple meaning is a result. Like data manipulate to the processed generate some data, that's called output. It's no output about this. The computer can be viewed with help of the output device. कौन सी output devices होती हैं? Like monitor, like printer, जिससे हमें output result मिलता है. Let's turn your page. This is the next page, page number 2. The 3 terms output, input, processing and data are integrated sometimes of the outputs that generate an input for user. Input, processing and output. Like some example, given some inputs by keyboard. For sum equals to sum 4, और फिर लिखेंगे हम 4 and 2 प्लस सेम प्रोसेस. जब हमने ये इंस्ट्रक्शन इसे दिया तब CPU ने क्या किया? प्रोसेस किया. प्रोसेसिंग किसके थ्रू हुई है? CPU के थ्रू. उसने आगे फॉरवर्ड किया. आउटपुट हमें कहाँ व्यू हुआ? मॉनिटर पे. रिजल्ट आया 6. दैट इज स्ट्रक्चर बाय computer. Concept of computer like input, process or output. Next is generation of the computer. This is the first generation. In the first generation started in 1940 to 1956. In this generation used vacuum cable wherein hug the space of an entire room name is hug. Used is high voltage electricity, that's why produce of lot of heat, is very expensive. Used machine language also. Example, Univac and ENIAC. Univac was first commercial computer. Commercial means use for business, use for school, use for offices, etc. Delivered to the USA. Next is features of the first generation computer. In first generation computer, some features. First is vacuum cable, where are only electronic components available during those days. These computer were the fastest calculated device of their time. They could perform calculation in milliseconds. Drawbacks is, it means disadvantage for the first generation computer. Some disadvantage. First is vacuum cable emitted largest amount of heat and burnt out frequently. They were very costly, that's why maintaining is not easy. They are very bulky in size, matlab this size is so large. The weight is 30 ton. That this is second generation of a computer, started by 1956. In the second generation computer, vacuum cable were replaced by transistor. Computer small, faster and reliable than for first generation computer. In this generation, computer used assembly language. Some computer delivered to the atomic energy industry. Example है IBM 1401, Atlas. His computer name is workstation computer. Look at there. Use one person and sizes little more smallest. Comparatively first generation computer. This computer features is advantages. They were smaller in size compared to the first generation computer. The computer in this generation reduced by calculating time for milliseconds to microseconds. They introduce assembly language and operating system software. And drawbacks, it's called disadvantage of the second generation computer. They were still costly and required frequent maintenance. मतलब जो maintenance है वो बार बार इसमें requirement होता है. एयर कंडीशनिंग was also required. मतलब जहाँ भी इस कंप्यूटर को लगाएंगे वहाँ पे एयर कंडीशनर होना कंपलसरी है. And that is third generation computer started in 1964. The breakthrough in the computer technology come in the third generation of the computer in 1964 with integrated circuits. Transistor replaced by integrated circuit and also known as semiconductor chip. This is more powerful and faster computer. The computer perform billions of the instructions in the few seconds. Example IBM 360 PDP 600. Its computer name is mini computer. And some features of third generation computer. These computers were able to reduce the calculating speed from microsecond and nanosecond. The computer of the generation used operating system, hence permitting multitasking or parallel processing. They were smaller in size and required less maintenance as compared to previous generation. These computer is previous generation is second generation. These computer become able to command adduce because size similar, probability and fair costing. And disadvantage of this generation computer: air conditioner was required in many cases. Highly sophisticated technology was required for the manufacturing integrated chip. And this is a fourth generation computer. We are all sees this computer. Yes, we are all see na. Yes, let's start in this about this computer, this generation computer. Sorry, fourth generation computer begin in 1972. In this computer is integrated circuits replaced by microprocessor. Microprocessor is small chip that does all the processing in a computer. Computer is very largest scale integrated. VLSI is a short form. सर्किट नेम्स, सर्किट्स मतलब जो सर्किट्स इसमें यूज़ होते थे उसका नेम था VLSI. इसका फुल फॉर्म था वेरी लार्जेस्ट स्केल इंटीग्रेटेड. एंड कंप्यूटर साइज इज सो स्मॉलर. Just see this in picture. And it could now fit your plum. That's why computer name is plum top computer. Become is so powerful, can be handle many operations. This computer name is personal computer and desktop computer. Used for schooling, office, personal computer and home, etc. etc. And a future of the fourth generation computer. First feature is they were so much faster in calculation than the previous generation. Also the concept of internet was introduced in this generation. Second is they were portable because of their small size. All the high level language like C and C++ etc. were used in this generation. And disadvantage it is highly sophisticated technology was required for the manufacturing of the microprocessor on the largest scale and volume. And that is fifth generation computer. We know very well. This is a laptop, this is a tablet. This is started in 2010 and till now. In fifth generation computer, the VLSI. Do you know what is meaning of VLSI? Yes, meaning is very largest scale integrated technologies become replaced ULSI. ULSI, it means ultra largest scales integrated technologies. The computer used is a satellite, use artificial intelligence and can work on their own without the help of a user. Scientists have already started working in this direction of the developing a machine with a genuine knowledge of the world. They consist of the different complex circuits and many microprocessors. And this is a last generation. And speedily quick recap: input process unit, it means IPO cycle. There are three terms denominated the following of the information. Generation means development or improvement of any product. The first generation computer use vacuum cable and machines language. The second generation's computer use translator and assembly language. Third generation computer use integrated circuits which made the size of computer small, and fourth generation computer use microprocessor chip, and fifth generations are based on artificial intelligence. Finish your chapter and let's start your exercises.